In Chapter 8, we discussed the circle. The circle is a set of all points that are a fixed distance from a fixed point. In this case, a fixed point is the center of the circle, and a fixed distance is the radius. As you can see in this drawing, I have a circle with a set of points that are all a fixed distance from a fixed point, and the fixed point happens to be the center of the circle and will always be the center of the circle. Therefore, from here to here, and here to here, here to here, and so forth, is going to be the same because it is all a fixed distance. When it comes to equations of a circle, there are two main equations. One is for an origin at 0, 0, and then the other one is for an equation of a circle with the fixed point at a point other than 0, 0. For this case, I have a circle at the origin, 0, 0, and the equation is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. As you can see here, when you draw it all out, x is along the x-axis right here, and y is along the y-axis, with your points x, y, a fixed distance from the fixed point. As you can see, it's directly derived from the Pythagorean theorem, where x squared plus y squared will give you r squared. Now, what do you do if you have a circle that is not at the origin? In this case, I have a circle at the point 3, 1, otherwise known as HK for the formula. The formula is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So in this case, it would be x minus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals r squared. As you can see here, this is another example of the Pythagorean theorem, where x minus h is right along here and y minus k is here. When you square them both and add them together, you get r squared right there, which is a fixed distance from a fixed point to give you all the other points on the circle. Now let's try writing an equation. Write an equation for a circle with the point C, which is the fixed points, 5, -12, and a radius of 8. So for this case, we are going to use the formula x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So since we know what the point C is and the radius, we're just going to fill it in. So then our answer will be x minus 5 squared plus y minus a -12. So you'll have plus 12 because a negative, when you subtract a negative, you're going to have a plus, equals your r squared. So 8 squared. Now some teachers will let you leave it like this, but others will make you write it as 64. Now moving on, we have another example. Write an equation for a circle with the point C at 3, 2 and a radius of 4. Then find 4 other points and sketch the circle. So first, we're going to write our formula. Since it is not at the origin, we're going to use x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. With point C at 3, 2, now we just fill it in. So our final equation will be x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 4 squared. So now, in order to find additional points, you can take any additional point and plug it in. So with us knowing that the center is going to be at 3, 2, we're going to graph that first. So we have 1, 2, 3, up 2. So this is our center right here. Now, the easiest way, because you know the radius, to find additional points will be just to start with 3, 2 up here. And then you're going to add or subtract to find the additional points. And when you do that, since the radius is 4, you're going to add or subtract 4. So in order to find the point to the right of 3, 2, we're going to add 4 to the 3 right there. And we're going to have the point 7, 2. So if you come over 7 and you go up 2 right here, we're going to have that point right there. Now, to go to the left, we have our point 3, 2, and we're going to subtract 4, giving us a negative 1, 2. So now we have negative 1, we're going to go up 2. Now we need to find the points that are up and down, which has to do with the y, since it's on the y-axis. So now, down here, we're going to look at 3, 2, and we're going to add 4 to find the point that goes above. So if you add 4, you get the new point of 3, 6. So you go over 3 and you go up 6. Okay, so now we're going to find the point that goes below. So if we have 3, 2, now we're going to subtract 4 to find the point that goes below. And we're going to end up with a 3, -2. So go 3, -2. And then you just connect the points. And it should be a nicer circle, but you get a circle, and all of your points are a fixed distance from our fixed points.